Mexican border. I want to just like find a quick insert where you see like whatever 5 miles to the Mexican border or something.
Yeah.
Slide it in there to suggest that you actually make
leaving.
The Columbia Beach looks almost like it could be Mexico or something. We have some landscape shots from the car where you it goes to the landscape, and it looks like it could be like
you just landed on the outskirts of it. Like,
and that's what's the idea sort of. I want the idea that you're gone. You made it
5 miles away.
You crossed the border.
Wow, this is it's gonna be.
That's the cool thing. Like out there, you can really.
I look like I could model a little bit in here, man. I really look like I could model. Just model.
Oh, you can, man.
I can do a little modeling, man. I found myself to believe a lot.
I knew that.
It's trick photography. It's movie magic.
Yeah.
I don't know,
but this ain't got no color corrections on it. You see?
Yeah, no, that doesn't.
He's gotta, you know.
No, he's actually already.
That I'm very controlling. Like every shot is my. I have all these exact ideas of what dolly shots.
How did the interview process go? Was it pretty stringent, or are you just like, oh, she'll do it?
Honestly, I got to go with 300 submissions, online, and there's all those reels and everything. Yeah, and then I basically liked her.
300 submissions.
And I was gonna interview a few people, but I met with her, and I had such a good feeling with her that I felt like, oh,
she was the first person you met with.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly. I talked on the phone with a bunch of others, looked at a million reels, of course, and things like that. And what I needed, what I liked, that she was super motivated. She was like totally on time and totally on it and everything. Because I feel like I would be able to rely on her and everything.
Yeah.
And I told her I don't need someone, because sometimes some directors of photography, they would actually set up the shots, come up with the ideas where the camera moves, everything.
You need a minion.
Some directors just sort of rely on the story, and then that's like DP to take over the visual part. And then some directors, like me,
are a photographer for a living, and they want exactly what they want.
So we know exactly what I know exactly. I told her, I warned her before, and I told her I'm going to be very controlling.
You told her that the day that we started at the airport.
Right, exactly.
You told her, you was like, I want to, just get used, cause no, at the end of the night, we was getting ready to go for the next shoot, the next week at the thing. He was like, get ready, cause, she was looking like, I'm good, it's okay, but I guess it was, well, she was ready, she was really fed up with at the Bombay Beach. That was being here so many times during the whole time.
And I told her, that's why from the beginning I told her, like, one thing I just want to tell you right away, like, that's so we're clear. I have very controlling ideas. I know every camera shot. This is how I want it, and I'm not gonna.
I did camera. She said,
"Let's get this out in the open. I'm gonna own your ass."
I've been doing camera my whole life. What'd you tell her?
We got a little, like one of some situation by the desert where she really got a little pissed off.
You'll probably never be as good as me, so just do what the fuck I say.
No. This is what he said. He said he killed her worse than that. He said, you know what? I've been shooting as long as you've been alive. It's just really.
Shooting when you went
She just turned into a little piece of dust on the camera.
But it wasn't that. It wasn't like we had this huge altercation. It was more like a really intense situation. It was fine. Like,
it was funny though. It was more humorous.
She seems like the kind of girl who would like to be owned. Sorry. Alright, but on that note, let's.
I knew that before you started. I told the editor the same. I told her like I'm a very obsessive compulsive director that has very clear ideas, and it's gonna be all my way or the highway, and I'm very nice about it, but I'll tell you right away, like, I'm not someone that gives people like a ton of creative input, because I have this, I'm not saying I'm better than everybody else, of course, I'm just saying I have this clear idea, and this is how it's gonna be, and I have it exactly in my head, and if it's not exactly like that, even if it's good in their own way, but it's not exactly the way I envision it,
then they fail.
It might be crazy, and I can't live with it, so that's sort of my attitude to it.
Dude,
that's what I was tripping off of the first night. I was tripping off that the first night that we shot the stuff, and it just seemed like you wasn't happy. And I was like, what's the... And I was asking, I was like, what do you think about it? He's like, it's great. I just got to see how it's going to look. I got to see how it's going to look. See how it's going to look. So when we went to shoot the next day, and I was like, how was it? He was like, great. Everything was what I thought it was going to be.
Well, the first day, because the first day we only had the helicopter for a limited time, so we couldn't shoot forever and ever, so we didn't have a big director's monitor and everything, so we had to kind of wait a little bit. I mean, usually I have, like the second day, obviously I have the director's monitor, I have a much better idea what's happening, so the first day I was sort of like, I couldn't quite see the detail, how it was going to turn out, so I just had to keep my fingers crossed. The second day, of course, I know exactly what I see there, and so, and I know what I get. So
that helicopter ride was amazing. It was amazing, man. I mean, I ain't never, it was just almost as if like, how you would feel if you was a bird.
Yeah,
that you could stop and shift and you know, and sway, you know, like
It's
all
a
of
whole
that.
different thing than being in a big airplane, right? To be up in this tiny thing with no doors in and everything.
Yeah.
Especially at night, you know, at night is really cool. I've only been in a helicopter before at day, never at night.
The sweat was intense.
It's just nice.
That's all I can say, because you know you got the bar back there, so there ain't like no cushion.
No.
So it's like you're just
You're
holding.
right there.
I had to wipe it off like once, because like, you know, when we first got up, and I guess there was shooting, he wanted to shoot me, or you could see me, but you could still see the bottom of the city.
Yeah.
So they linked the helicopter this way, where the helicopter is sitting sideways.
Yes. Like you go into like.
For like a good minute and a half, and like when I say, it's like you don't get the sensation like you're gonna fall out, but you get the sensation like literally you're looking down at the earth with nothing to hold you.
Yeah.
Like we was in an airplane with
down.
no doors.
There's no door in there, so you really look right at the ground. Yeah. And he was fucking with us a little bit for fun, but I was already doing
Yeah.
Like part of it would be like, all right, hold on. And he would like go like this downtown. We all like woo. It was like a roller coaster. It was a bit different in an actual helicopter than a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's not like part of the thing, you know.
Helicopter, it seemed like it just wasn't as much fear factor as it was even with a roller coaster. It was more. I'm more fearful now of a roller coaster than I am a helicopter. See, now when I was like about, I want to say 11 years old or 12, I went to Magic Mountain, Knott's Farm, and they had that big wooden roller coaster.
Yeah.
They closed it down a little while, probably some years ago, but I was getting ready to go on it, and as you go, you know, you go up.
Yeah.
The thing to go down.
Yeah.
I was about to pass it.
Right.
I realized that my thing wasn't locked.
Right.
And I couldn't lock it, and the thing was still going. I was screaming for dear life. They stopped it.
Didn't they close it down because they had accidents or something like that?
No, somebody fell off. A little kid fell off. Like maybe like that summer.
Damn.
That summer, a kid flew off onto his death.
That's pretty scary. Yeah, I'm a good roller coasters. I don't have a good.
Yeah, you said you don't really mess
like those type of things. Magic Mountain, those crazy things they have these days. I'm not.
Man,
I'm not ashamed to admit it. When it comes to that.